Simple and clean, welcome to the stream. And to my sub, welcome back. Greatly appreciate you. Today we're going to be using this list to continue our ranked climb. I added in the twin combo for more pressure and put fire, and I put Fire Fist back into the mix. Really strong against Sakazuki. I thought about putting in maybe two extra copies, but in its place would be Gordon. But we're still in the testing phase. We're using Kamazo to get rid of those pesky weenies that Sokka and Mori like to be assholes with. Queen is off of the bench and into the fray with his draw capabilities. And Blocker Law is seeing a lot more play again due to the amount of decks on ladder that can farm a lot of hand size. Sakazuki, Gecko Moria, Perona, even yellow decks such as Yamato and Enel. But enough about the deck review, let's get into some games, shall we? Alright, our first game is actually a mirror match. I do not mind that at all. Let's see, do we want to keep this hand? Okay, we've got our kid, we've got a pay. I don't want to mulligan that. Ooh, that's so much better actually. And we have an ulti, so if we do come across the page one, at that point we should be able to do our combo and get things rolling. So we're in the classic 8, love to see it. We'll take that. See, he's at 6 right now. We'll swing a whopping 5 at this guy. He lets it go through, so now he's at 7. I kind of do want to strip him, so we'll do that and then end our turn. The reason I was thinking of not doing that is because then we can go into Kid Gordon to bottom deck and then pop off from there, probably using Sachi and Penguin or using Reiju. But seeing as we're at this stage of the game, it should not be a problem. It's gonna bottom our blocker. Sachi, oh, Beppo, okay. Swing 5k. I think I'm gonna take this. I might swing 6 with this. Or 5. Swing 6. We're gonna block that. I feel like it's a little too late for this common to go off and do something, so we're gonna use that. He's at 5 now. I kind of want to get this going already. So we're going to play the kid here. Use our leader ability. 1, 2, 3. Bottom deck the Otama and then call our Sachi and Penguin. Using Sachi and Penguin first, of course. And then we're going to swing 6k. We're not going to play the Gordon here because we don't really need to. Just swinging 6 here to make him drop a 2k is enough for me. That and he's barely at 5 right now. So now we're ahead of the game, since we were able to drop our kid before them. Either 5, we're at 5. Gordon. Ooh. That hurts a little bit, but that's okay. 5, 5. We're gonna ditch a Reiju. And then we're going to take this one. Okay, we're at 7, they're at 4. Go to 3. Okay, this should work out, actually. We're going to call our blocker here. And then we're going to play a Gordon. We're going to Gordon hit their Beppo. 1, 2, 3. Now we're at 4 to their 4, so we're going to bomb the Beppo and then call the Reiju. Reiju gets us a 2 draw because we're at equal Don now. And then I'm going to poke 5 at Beppo, see what he does. If he counters out, which he does not. And then I'll just swing a casual 5 at his lead. Now, what we need to do is stabilize from here. We have good hand size compared to him. We have more board state too. So it's going to be a lot more rougher for him to come back from here unless he just top decks a kid. Awesome. All good, all good. Swings 5 at my Sachi and Penguin. We're going to drop a 2k. And then he's probably going to swing 6 with it this time. And then we'll drop another 2k. Oh, he swung at me. Okay. We'll drop a 2k there. 66. We can drop Reiju here. And then we'll play out Raise Max to do minus Dawn or minus attack on the kid. Bottom deck it. And then we're going to call out Shirai here, actually. And then we'll swing 5 at his Reiju and then start pelting his face. I think the only punishment I get here is like a 5% life, which would be insane, by the way. We just want to keep swinging 5. We don't need to commit this Dawn. It also gives him the illusion that we might have a Rad Beam, so he might overcommit Dawn and give our Shirai here a lot of value out of it. Mr. Gameplay. There's a store near me called Gameplay. It's been a while. I'm gonna go ahead and block with the Shirai now, because what he could do is just play a Gordon, neg it, and then bottom deck it and call out a Rusher, or have more Dawn to work with when it comes to trying to finish me off. So to avoid that, we're going to get rid of our blocker beforehand so he doesn't get value out of it. Let's see. If he were to neg 3 Dawn to call out a Zoro, he can swing 8 again. We can block that. And we're also looking for answers too, so we'll take that. No biggie. Swing 8, and then we're going to boom, boom, block for 9. And then we'll see if we can proceed with winning next turn. He only has 4 cards in hand, so his options are limited, you know. But just poking 5, 5, we can do 6 here, and then 9, and then we should be fine. Or not at all. Alright, cool. Nice. Got the game. GG. Representative of law here. Pretty good game. Of course, knowing the deck in and out, I was able to play around it. I love the Kamazo tech. I think I started it really good. I felt like putting it back in the deck as well too. But obviously I'm testing this list out right now. I was able to, well, thanks to mulliganing actually, I was able to get a much better hand to work with, being the Reiju start. I feel like having Reiju at least in your hand, you can probably win just about most of your games. But if you don't have Reiju and you don't see a queen, then it's going to be a little rough, because then you run out of steam a lot faster. But we saw it multiple times, so we stay in the game. Let's go to the next match. Got ourselves an Uta. I know there's a lot of of my fans and, you know, other people out there who are very curious about this matchup, so I'm glad that we get to fight it. Stellar hand, to be honest. We have good curve going first. We have Gordon Shiraya into, you know, Imagination. The trick here is, do I want to play Gordon now, or do I want to hold on to it? I think I will hold on to it. I'm going to hold on to the Shiraya for a little bit. Let's see what our opponent decides to do from here. Okay, I just pass. No search or anything. Okay, we're gonna swing 7k at them, and then we're gonna call out Gordon. Note to have about this Uta deck is that, in a similar fashion to most green decks back then and like a lot of black decks back then, a lot of cards in their deck are counterless, such as the events that they hold, and then cards like 7-drop blocker Monkey D. Luffy. Oh, and Kid if they run it in Doflamingo as well. We're gonna take that. You see, like a moment like this, I'd like my blocker law, but did not see it, which isn't too bad, to be honest. So what we can do, we'll swing a 5k at them, try to build their hand down just a little bit. I'm gonna go for Shiraya and then use his ability, or sorry, and then use my leader ability here. So Shiraya, 1, 2, 3, call out Sachi and Penguin. So now we're matching Dawn. So next turn, so they're at 6, and then the next turn I'll be at 6. So then now my Reiju's active and online, which is a godsend, because I have a lot of Reiju in my hand, but you know, it's not gonna do anything if I can't use it. This also helps with the Uta matchup because especially when it comes to trying to get rid of Monkey D. Luffy. He's a 7k base, so having this hit him for 4, and then having a hit for 4, and then putting them at 3k is very, very much appreciated. We're gonna swing 5k here with our Sachi and Penguin. He's got 11 cards in hand. Ooh, hefty. Hefty, hefty, hefty. You guys know that that commercial? It's been a while. Swing 5 with our leader. He drops an Ezo. Interesting. Now, I've got a couple options here. But I think the best one is to go for Queen. We can actually afford to ditch one of the Reijus. We have quite the amount. Use the ability to neg that. 1, 2, and 3. Get rid of that. We're going to actually call out. We'll call out Beppo. We want to keep this as a 2k counter in our hand. And getting rid of that would mean this is the only 2k. And dealing with Uta, especially since she is a green deck, and one that's very, how do you call it? It's very centered around the leader swings. So the bigger the leader swings, okay, there's Dopey, which they can play next turn if they so please. I'm just going to 2k out of this one. I don't want to get rid of my Rages here. I'm just going to block a Queen. And then that should be it for the turn. For their turn, at least. Alright, alright, alright. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to cast Fire Fist on the Luffy here. Click no target, and then I'm just going to swing 5k at them. This also gives us the extra Dawn to use when it comes to bottom decking that, rather than force using a Dawn to use, you know? 1, 2, 3. We're going to get rid of the Luffy here and then call out Reiju. Reiju's going to give us 2 more cards because we are in the threshold. Only problem with this now is that our Dawn is only at 3, and we saw that they do indeed have a Dopey in their hand. So with that information, we will do what we must. We'll swing 7k to their leader. They might take it or they might block. I was hoping they would block with that. So here I have a pretty interesting thing to do. I could swing 7k here to get rid of their Brook, leaving them with little aggro. But if they do opt to play the Doflamingo, I don't know, it's kind of better. But I also don't want this to get backlighted, because if they backlight it, it's going to be a lot harder to keep up our pressure against them, because they have the ability to flood the board pretty convincingly. Because Luffy exists, Brook exists. If they're running it, Robin exists too. I don't think these decks are running Robin in it. I personally don't think they should be running Robin, but... Oh, see, speak of backlight. Got rid of our Sachi and Penguin. I was going to say they should probably get rid of Beppo, but they had 2 in hand anyway. So I'm glad I didn't swing with the Queen, because then Queen would have just died for free at that point. Okay, we're going to 2k guard with ulti. At this point in the game, it's too late for her to get value. I didn't see my combo pieces. Oh well, it is what it is. That's just the deck. That is just the deck. With an extra Dawn, swing 6k. We'll take that, actually. And I took that because I do want to use the Sachi and Penguin. We're going to block here. I want to use the Sachi and Penguin for getting our Dawn back after we play out, which we cannot. We cannot play out the Reiju because we have too many cards in hand now. Okay, we're going to start off with Reiju first. To go for board or to go for face? I think I want to go for her board. Going for their board feels correct here. We'll call out Zoro. Swing at Brook once more. We're getting rid of all their 2Ks, which is nice. With which means if they only have 2Ks, then this is hurting them a lot. Seems like they only have 2Ks. Okay, that's really good for us. We're going to call out Raise Max. We're going to hit the Nami, send the Nami to the Shadow Realm, and then instead of calling out Reiji, we're going to call out Sachi and Penguin to get our Dawn back. Like I said before, we don't want to get behind. They're still holding on to... They're still holding on to Doflamingo. Backlight, hit our queen. So that's 3 backlights, so unless they have a 4th one... unless they have a 4th one... Okay, I gotcha. We will counter with... Reiju. I know it feels slightly weird to do that, but I feel like that is the play here. They probably have 2 double swings, that's why. Block with ulti. Izo is a 3 cost, so let's think here. They have 6 Dawn, they can restand, and if they do opt to... they do opt to play the Izo, then they can only swing 7K once more. So we're going to take this, actually. We get another 2K, which is nice. Or they can backlight it, which they will not do. So what we're going to do is block with Shiraya, and since we're actually comfortable, that we can block the next one, we're going to guard with a 1K on top of it. They're going to swing 7K once more on us. We're going to block that with our 2Ks. Now, at this point, I know for sure that they have a Doflamingo in their hand. So we're going to try to pressure them hard enough to where they're really going to have to drop cards out of their hand if they want to live this turn. So far, it does not seem like they have the necessary cards, but we will see. Damn, they had a lot of 2Ks. We're going to swing 6 this time to force them to have a 2K, and if they don't, then it's whatever. Yeah, see. There you go. And then that's the Doflamingo. You always want to pay attention to the cards that they have in their hand. Oh! Wait, what happened to the Dopey that they had? What? Wait, I could have... Wait, what? They search-checked the Doflamingo. I just don't know why it didn't show up. But they for sure had a Dopey. Maybe it was a visual bug. It is Sim, so that happens quite often. Unless they use Shinji-Dai, which probably bottomed it or something. But they had a kid. I was playing the whole time with the implication that they had Doflamingo in their hand, so that's why I played a little weird. But constantly swinging at the Brooks netted us 3 2Ks, which is super good because when it came to trying to finish them off, they only had so much that they can guard with. So if you want to beat Uta, you kind of have to slightly play the long game, but you need to find your Reiju for the draw power. Because if you don't have the draw, then you kind of get held back. But that's why I also run Queen for the extra draw just in case I don't have the Reiju. But in this case, these two gave us extra cards that helped us actually, like, you know, be able to compete and win the game there. Pretty fun matchup in my opinion. Let's see if we can get one more going. And we got ourselves the Fabled matchup that is skewed to be against us due to their leader ability. Technically, this is a pretty decent hand, actually. We have Kid, we have Reiju, we have some cards here and there to play out. I'm just gonna swing AK. AK gang. 8kg. That's gonna be our new thing, boys. 8kg. Alright. Alrighty then. We can honestly just swing 10k at them. We don't want to play anything yet because we can't deal with their Kuzan, but um, next turn we will have Kid into Otama, which will get us some more value. We're gonna block with a page 1. We don't need all of them. So he's got 5 Dawn. He's probably gonna call out Sabo here. We're gonna take this. Yeah, Sabo. Okay, there we go. We're still getting rid of the Kuzan here. Kuzan's just too much of a threat to our deck because of the fact that we have an insane turn right here. I just want to let you know. So we're gonna call Kid out first. We're gonna play the Otama to hit the Kuzan. We can always bottom deck things, even if they have their Sabo ability to keep it alive. We can still get rid of it. We're gonna call out Ulti, use Ulti's ability to call out page 1, and then he'll net us under Dawn. Then we will simply swing 7k to their lead. So now if they want to block it, they have to block it down to 2k. So now we have a lot of threats on our board. This is exactly what we wanted to do. It's still going to be a little bit hard to fight them because of their innate ability to rest our cards and get the value out of them. Ooh, for 8 Dawn. Are they going for a Rosinante here? I want to free block with Kid here, but I don't necessarily... We're going to take that. Oh, nice. We got to raise max. Okay. We're in business. Oh, Gecko Moria. Okay. And then Ryuma and Rosinante, of course. Stinky combo. All right. We're going to call out... Excuse me. We're going to call out our Kid here. Going to play raise max. And then we're going to use raise max on their Ryuma. So we're going to do that instead of taking out the Sabo because that is Ryuma's a replayable card and it's aggression. In this case, they have to forcefully block with it. Do the thing. Okay. Then we'll swing 6 and 6. I don't want them getting a free block out of Sabo here. And at this point, we start stripping them of their 2Ks, which is nice. It's black. I know you have a billion 2Ks. Show it. I want to swing with this Kid, but I don't think it's going to be good for us in the long term because they're at their 10 Dawn turn now, which just spells and screams Doflamingo. We're going to block for 1K. They swing 9K at us now. I think we have to take that one. Very rough matchup. Gonna boom. That's fine. Ooh, we got another Kid. That's insane. But we will not be doing that. We're gonna call out Queen here and use his ability. Get some better cards. We're gonna ditch one of the Zoras. We don't need Zora right now. Mostly for the fact that we are in quite the pickle, but we can get rid of Rosinante here. We're going to call out Shiraya here as a blocker, and then call out Zoro here and swing 6k at their leader. Based off last turn, it didn't seem like they have too many 2Ks, but they're probably holding out, so they'll probably block it down to 1K, which they do. I am somewhat in a position actually, no, I'm not. I almost played because they can actually rest my Shiraya here if they so please. So I can see why this is a pretty bad matchup. It is not fun in the slightest, to be honest, because our board is constantly being dealt with. Well, they already used their leader ability, so boom, block for 10. Swing with that. We'll block with our Queen here, unless they swing here. Actually, no, I do see them swinging at the Kid now. We'll block with Queen. Yeah. Because if they swing with Sabo, I don't want them. Yeah. I mean, hey, if they have all the Doflamingos, I honestly feel like we kind of just auto-lose at that point. That's what it seems like right now, especially because Yeah, we just lose. Funny enough, that was like the end of it, but there's still just no way that we were gonna win that one. They saw this broken card, and then they saw two Doflamingos back to back. Otherwise, we would have been able to actually do something because we can swing multiple times at them. But, you know, that's just the matchup. I'm not going to be upset about it. Funny enough, they only had 2K, 1K, and then 1K, 2K. So they only had 10K encounter. So if we just swung six, like, yeah, if we just kept swinging sixes, then we would have been fine. But you know what? Bygones be bygones. We just auto lose to this deck, low key. But it's fine. I hope you guys enjoyed. I'll catch you in the next video. Peace.